professional engagements. It showed our inability to examine what it is we're doing because everybody knew what Canada was all about. Probably except those who went up there who might not have known what was happening in Canada. La République du Cameroon won big in Canada, and they were able to dismantle many of the, should I say, building stones we had put in place. All the confidence, at least some level of understanding we're having in the international community. For instance, the Swiss process, those countries that were backing it had created what they call Friends of the Swiss process, where they were meeting purposely to begin to look at how they can engage. But what happened was there was people reading scripts from Ellie Smith from the Prime Minister's office, who eventually dismantles the whole system by Canada, by just bringing in Canada. The very people who were saying they needed a letter showing that there was a commitment from the government on whatever. Now they were not talking letters anymore. They were out there being summoned by a prime minister who, in an area where he doesn't have jurisdiction. How about that? So this is where our divisiveness is costing us a lot. And I think it is not fair that we should begin to talk. I celebrate every effort that was made to convert Canada into a mediation, but that was not the essence of Canada. It was.
They gave everybody an umbrella, like a teacher appreciation gift.
Sorry about that. It was the PM bringing the Anglos, and he succeeded. He succeeded. The greatest success story in Canada was La République du Cameroon showing the world that they can convene Ambazonians, even internally. Listening to the PM and coming on just shows that we are Cameroonians. That's it. Well, that's my own take of it. I could be wrong. And this is a discussion we must have. God bless Ambazonia.
Yeah, I salute all man we there for house here, all man in cafe day. Go plead for this, agree with you for talk where you don't talk and will not deny say people do not get right for talk for the house. Anybody get right for talk. Till we may lay emphasis on now on this post is the mode is send for you, you know fine. We'll come on for different factions, we'll come on for different groups, we'll come on for different platforms and before they can gather for you. Which I believe say all the messages don't go through for all that platform then before some of them they can't even reach for you. Why it be enough just take with this chance and say more we'll just try for focus on one thing we gather with for you. They listen the messages them for that platform the whole day for day. They listen up for that platform the whole day for day. Then concentrate only for the house show. Deliberate until the way for bring with together. Most of these posts the way they enter for the house, you'll see most of the people the way they send in the posts for Facebook, YouTube. Now people the way they know the no man who I don't open the mouth for the house make comment regarding which way we gather here for. We will still talk, say make people then can talk about their leaders and for inside the forum. It means say we not still go nowhere. And
we should stop deceiving Ambazonians. There was no process in Switzerland. La Republic never for one day, even the lowest person in La Republic, never for one day sat on the table with Ambazonians for 3 years. 3 years. It's not like the one in Canada that was just for a few months. They never. But in Canada, they actually had time to exchange ideas, at least came up with some kind of memorandum. But in Swiss, they never for one day, La Republic never for one day engaged. They did not say that. We keep saying that they should come and tell us that they are not, but they never said that they were as well. And we never proved that they were, because we never had any La Republic agent. Even a man from DDR who did not represent the Republic in Switzerland. It was just Ambazonians who kept going to Switzerland and preparing themselves. And I don't know what they were preparing. And 2 years before the end of everything, the NGO had told them that please manage your expectations. But they came and kept it from Ambazonians and keep saying the Swiss talks are on, the Swiss talks are on. We are waiting for La Republic. People like Jomba Akuru and Ayabacho keep saying La Republic has not committed, so they're not going to come there. And buffoons, in the name of leaders of Southern of Ambazonia, kept coming and deceiving us. You guys should stop deceiving people with this thing. Swiss never existed. Stop it. We are not kids. It is happening right in front of us. You keep coming and deceiving us. Show us proof that La Republic ever came to sat on the table, that you guys ever sat across La Republic, ever anybody from La Republic. Not even a minister. I don't even want up to the level of minister. Tell us who in La Republic ever sat across the table with you guys to talk, or whom you saw over there. Even a mayor in La Republic. Tell us which mayor ever came to you with you guys in Switzerland. For 3 years. 3 years is long enough for a talks to have even been over. Please stop deceiving people. We don't want to hear that. Let us just move forward and live about talks. We should stop deceiving Ambazonians. There was no process in Switzerland. La Republic never for one day, even the lowest person in La Republic, never for one day sat on the table with Ambazonians for 3 years. 3 years. It's not like the one in Canada that was just for a few months. They never. But in Canada, they actually had time to exchange ideas. At least came up with some kind of memorandum. But in Swiss, they never for one day, La Republic never for one day engaged. They did not say that. We keep saying that they should come and tell us that they are not, but they never said that they were as well. And we never proved that they were, because we never had any La Republic agent. Even a man from DDR who did not represent the Republic in Switzerland. It was just Ambazonians who kept going to Switzerland and preparing themselves. And I don't know what they were preparing. And 2 years before the end of everything, the NGO had told them that please manage your expectations. But they came and kept it from Ambazonians and keep saying the Swiss talks are on, the Swiss talks are on. We are waiting for La Republic. People like Jomba Akuru and Ayabacho keep saying La Republic has not committed, so they're not going to come there. And buffoons, in the name of leaders of Southern of Ambazonia, kept coming and deceiving us. You guys should stop deceiving people with this thing. Swiss never existed. Stop it. We are not kids. It is happening right in front of us. You keep coming and deceiving us. Show us proof that La Republic ever came to sat on the table, that you guys ever sat across La Republic, ever anybody from La Republic. Not even a minister. I don't even want up to the level of minister. Tell us who in La Republic ever sat across the table with you guys to talk, or whom you saw over there. Even a mayor in La Republic. Tell us which mayor ever came to you with you guys in Switzerland. For 3 years. 3 years is long enough for a talks to have even been over. Please stop deceiving people. We don't want to hear that. Let us just move forward and live about talks.
Still go nowhere because we don't take roughly about 4 years. They only talk about the leader good, the leader bad, the one do this one, the one not take, the one not do the one. So I believe say if anybody or any person for the house they inspire for be a leader, they don't get enough for none. And for the house as they create this reconciliation forum, We will take a whole 1 year and some months. We did that. Me in particular, I don't criticize a lot of leaders and for the house. I believe now, say at this moment, the time don't long pass. Now time for we for concentrate on way bring we here together. So I know the talk say people they don't get right for talk. Till me I talk now the message the way they send them in. We even I open my Facebook, I see them. I want to open my YouTube, I see them. So in my message where you want and say maybe when they listen to anybody will be willing for listening. They never stop the person may not go for Facebook for listening. They never stop the person for go for YouTube listen the message, the message now. More first concentrate on which way bring we here, all we here together. More concentrate on that thing them. More concentrate on the thing that we bring we here together. Which way bring for you one thing. More find way we will bring all these people, all the fractions. And so the problem, my main priority, not forget leader for this for this revolution. My problem I say make Ambazonian them come together. If Ambazonian they could decide say yes, we want to follow the leadership, either like man or a come man, me as a sample I will follow. So when they worry me plenty and I say you day for your side, I get my side, the man day side, the one day side, the man day side. Well, it don't make Ubina and nothing stop. So no can inside no can inside the forum, no can criticize that anymore. We can say move, see it in the world don't do I'm wrong. And I believe say 4 years. I don't know 3 years. I believe say 3 years so we don't use them for talk about failures. Now we therefore look a way forward or look into a way forward, forget a way forward. How we get for worker. Nobody not they talk about that one. Now only for the brain pose them. Can't coach the leader. Can't send pose the way they talk for the leader. Can't send pose it. I'm not be against that thing. Maybe for Facebook. But as we take for the house of move, concentrate on which way bring we here together. We make all plans so we come gather for here. When we can gather for here, the same way it did for Facebook, the same way that what they talk for their forum, they can answer. It means say don't open the floor. Let any man just to go for forum. Anything they say and say, now Mrs. Ray, the one person true for Ambazonian, I just carry and send them for us here. Because me, I did for forum them. Any man there for forum. Take them for instance, the whole day to the poor, they just take that time and say they give for forward messages for the group. How the group, you will even listen to it, we will discuss now. You don't listen to. So they throw away messages for inside house where it concern which will different. Nobody know they react on that. Nobody know they talk. But not only for you to go for Facebook, go click something, send and come for group. Nothing that when you are really against. And they just try to just pass the one through move. We be conscious of ourselves for which we can't gather here for. Move focus on the thing we bring here together. We'll talk on that thing. No, leader or no, message. Bring out messages, strategy the way we need for dwell on.
Greetings, Your Highness. The sun. Yeah, it's most of what you have said is true. The fact is that Ambazonians and La République never had a face-to-face in Switzerland. To boil down that to mean that there was never a process would be deceit, and it will actually be false. Okay. It takes a while to get people to the table in a remediation process, especially non-state actors. This is not peculiar to Ambazonia. You can go back and check the other mediation processes. But in this case, the state actor is the one who initiated. And their thinking was exactly what happened, where you have, they initiate a process and then they have their propagandists telling Ambazonians why they shouldn't show up and convincing them why they shouldn't show up, so that at the end they will have just a walk of saying, well, where the mediation and the other guys didn't show up. So you can't be holding us responsible for the problem. So good enough, they were smart people. Not everyone was thinking like you. Smart people who decided to take the bull by the horns and show up. And when La Republique found out they had shown up, they struggled and came up with a Grand National Dialogue in La Republique du Cameroon. Before they did that, the real thing that held us back was that the same government was sending the propaganda to the people you've mentioned, John Baakuru, Cho Ayaba, and the rest of them, telling them, oh, we've not said anything. Let them show the letter that is inviting you to table. It's a lie. The government is not out for mediation. There's no mediation. But when the Swiss announced that the mediation has started, La République didn't do what they did in Canada, outrightly saying there's nothing there, we're not present. All the years, as you've said, 3 years, and never once did the government of La République say there was nothing in Canada, in Switzerland, never. Now you say they didn't write anything, they didn't write anything. Okay, they wrote something, so I'll presume you're saying that they wrote something in Canada. That's why the very people show up. The John Baakurus and the Ayaba showed up in Canada because something was written. What does that tell you? You cannot be in a revolution where the enemy is continually telling you what to do. They initiate processes and then they turn behind and tell you reasons why you should not participate. This was done by Ellie Smith, as John Baakuru himself testified. And because of that, the rest of us abandoned what was going on in Switzerland, which was actually unusual to have it that quickly. And the reason it's unusual is because La République knew we're not going to show up. They knew their propaganda was going to work and keep us away from the table. They succeeded. Because those who showed up, even though they compelled La République to go back and do a grand national dialogue, the divisiveness continued. And you're wondering why La République didn't come to sit down. What if I told you that this very CBM, these guys were trying to write and discuss in Canada, was already initiated in that process, and the divisiveness made it a non-event? You know that some of these things are not things for the public. These are things that happen in confidence, because just as it is in Ambazonia, La République is also struggling. They have factions out there as well and don't want to expose themselves to persecution. So that's why these things are done the way they're done until it gets to a point where it can be public information. So you can say there was nothing in Canada from morning till evening. The fact remains that it was a golden opportunity we missed, because the same government was now sending propaganda through our very selves and messing us up. We lost a golden opportunity to find the help we've been crying for. If you had all these countries, all these big countries around that table, and you could not take advantage of that to go forward. Let me just presume that you're right, that La République didn't show up. Would you not take advantage of the fact that Canada, America, the UN, the UA, the AU, Swiss, and other countries, that they are sitting there around that table? Will you not take advantage of that? Will you not? So you're right that nothing ever happened in terms of La République coming back to the table because they were taken unawares, and they had to go back, and the same way they were taken unawares by our boys on the ground. But wise people in the diaspora refused to see clearly, and those who could see clearly did something the enemy didn't anticipate. That was huge. You are claiming there was nothing in Canada. So why don't you tell us why Paul Biya finally is calling the president of Switzerland to say he's walking away from the table? You're asking for why La République didn't come to the table. If you were La République, would you come to the table? When you are having these very people who are claiming to want to mediate, some are saying don't mediate, others are saying mediate, others are asking for things that don't make sense. You think La République didn't know that coming to that table was going to cost them a lot? Who in his right mind, like La République, would be rushing to a table like that when those who are sitting on the other side have given you reason not to, and made the international community to be handicapped to want to push anything? So when you get up here and you're talking what you're talking, how about just take time and examine what we're talking about? Now you went ahead to say there was at least a document in Canada. What document are you talking about? What document are you talking about? And what does it matter? If the other side is telling you I'm not at that table, there is no mediation if there's nobody on the other side. The other side told you they were not present. It means there's nothing. It doesn't matter what you worked on. And that's the issue. So when people keep saying there was a mediation, there was nothing in Canada. Now, if you claim that the Prime Minister had the right to do it, then how come suddenly the very government he represents is telling you there's nothing, and then what he had done is not carrying? What does that tell you? That indeed there was nothing. Else what he had done, if you think it was something, would have carried, right? When are we going to start telling ourselves the truth? What is important about this discussion is the fact that tomorrow we're going to have another opportunity, and then we'll have same repeating. The truth is that the group in Canada, which was actually made up of the group that refused to go to Switzerland, imagine a person like John Bakuru, he sends Pave the Way Foundation as the mediator for Ambazonia. These are guys, this is the most interesting part. Pave the Way Foundation is a Catholic charity that's specializing in trying to create links between the Muslims and the Catholic Church. They don't do mediations. And those are the people that John Bakuru was sending to go in Canada as and calling for some kind of multi-mediation. But I didn't see multi-mediation in Canada where they were sitting. Neither did I see a letter from Paul Biya inviting them to mediation. Didn't see any of that. But they were up there, weren't they? Sitting down and turning the whole problem into an Anglophone problem, because most of those on the other side were our people as well. Anglophones versus Anglophones. I hope somebody told you that. It was clear to us that there were mayors coming from English-speaking parts of Cameroon to be on the other side. So when you go and sit down as Anglophones and Anglophones arguing over whether we should secede or stay, do you have a case? No, you've just shown the division again amongst yourselves, and therefore you just turn it into a local event. The idea of claiming some kind of sovereignty evaporates. Ha. Am I the only one who's dumb? I guess I'm the only one who's dumb. Let me leave it at that. Thank you.
Greetings for House CM. I don't listen to the debate where they go on for House CM, or on a debate or normal chatting or a situation of a blame game. We give or learn from our mistake. La République du Cameroun, person we it advise Pobia they like a Lucifer, his small sister or a big sister. Again, I'll see talk and person with the advice pobia idele Lucifer, a small sister or a big sister. When I get for understand, La République du Cameroon they succeed because they overgate na gate. La République du Cameroon be very diabolic. They go all the way. They go all the way for destroyed, both spiritually and physical. Why then why people struggle for destroyed Ambazonian? And because of blood for people, then they cry for wilderness. So more learn from their mistake. Where we see self we don't do them. None of for play this thing. So one thing the way if somebody don't hear my voice, I don't talk them. I say even for dialogue table, La République go Cameroon go find somebody. We go on for share Southern Cameroon for dialogue table. People the way they listen my audio, may they follow. Brothers and sisters, the way they do for house here. More not blame each other. Me we only be very wise. I don't want to talk for everybody. No matter what to talk, more give them momentum for the struggle. More see the reason why we give a fight to the end. Not get forget time for the blame. Say what I wait. Wait till it happen for Switzerland, it don't happen. Wait till it happen for Canada, it don't happen. But we will be pass those information because even the one for Canada one go. And they say they so mafia. We will talk mafia. We will talk some people they say why you no one support this CBN all this and so we will talk mafia because wait. The person where they wash over the land, he no more sleep in the realms of the spirit. More not forget. People then there for this struggle way, they do their best. People then they way they see. People then the way they see. Some people then the way they don't give their life. The one the way they do for grave. The one the way they give money even as we talk so. Every day for this struggle. Despite the fact of embezzlement where they don't go for this struggle. People then they contribute. They do it where they get for doam. But now, how we will succeed? We will succeed now for the mistakes that they do. Because La République du Cameroon don't go diabolically in the very beginning of the struggle. They pick innocent picking them for Southern Cameroon, they bury them alive. For key the struggle, it don't die. They don't give people the money, they buy position. People the one day now, so they hang for their position where they dey. Including some of una leaders them we una see them una see na leaders them a day go come we una go agree. See some of these people they go ambition na wish people them where they talk like Ambazonian for night they chop dine we wish they wish La République du Cameroon. But for now we no get for see na those things them. For now we get for see na the bigger prize. Find a common ground. Finding a common ground for take back homeland. Now the greatest thing this will get them. Now the reason that we are today so the division for this struggle a big part of a blessing while La République du Cameroon no go ever win. Muna hear very well. Because if it be been a one-man show lay by overnight, the way to go on you need to see go on since. Muna not forget. People that they want to talk like angel and so they bad past Satan. But our place of compromise, now how we come together as one family, one country, one people. Because we Southern Cameroon, we talk say we get our own culture, with the judicial system. They already do our things and different. Only talking from Bongo choppy, this one, all those chop. No. We talking about the system. We inherit them. From Britain, we take and govern ourselves. Now the thing this way, we go for fight for build them. We go for fight equality, changes. We stop the diabolic side for La République du Cameroon. Because if you not stop them, whether they want to say so, may then dissolve this one, you go dissolve them, you still form another thief people them, another gangsters them, another power monger. Go everywhere. Go small for forum. See people then when they fight army right. What a shame. Now the bad side that for we. People the way they want day for inside an organization. Men are only them big King Kong. May we find a common ground for do the right thing. Mo no blame am say so Canada no be work, Switzerland no be work. Make we go inside. We X-ray Canada, we X-ray Switzerland. We say what to be on side where we be a mistake. We learn from one thing. Say by the time we want to go for La République du Cameroon for anything, they must give a written document. We Southern Cameroon we must get a team with everybody. We don't get our position. We don't send a document where it is state which way Ambazonian one time before they ever go for that place. And a written binding document from La République du Cameroon and the mediated country or the international body. Now, some of them think in this way, if we want to talk now, so we know talk no so no, or La République du Cameroon, they will be for Switzerland or they will be there for Canada. If we get such document them, we get such proof them, whether for that time it will be very, very low, we need to send them out. But when for situation the way you need for send them out, you would send them now for your Ambazonian people. They say so. Me, Mr. Suso and so, or we take this team, we go for dialogue for Ambazonian this thing. Now what is this what we put them for the table? Now the dialogue this, now the information this way will tell and say we want them from the very get-go. Now the people then this way, they be signatory to Ambazonian leadership as one man. We no go there as one a mayor or whatsoever rubbish. We no go there as federalists or unionists or this rubbish. We go there as an independent Southern Cameroon Ambazonian. That's so we go. So more no she don't for inside house here. We only blame. More see we take the retrospect. We see where to be the fault. We see the people them because we see La République du Cameroon, he go play some cat. He move the same these monsters them. They go sing back choir. Let today, they don't move number for ground one. They bring it there for diaspora now so. So this in Ghana, then they support that monster. This in Ghana, they support that black leg. Number, just imagine. Nambere, we come go for Kumba, where it talks so 100%, it go deliver Ambazonian for La République du Cameroon. Now in this way they today, it talks to they call some leaders and say so they be frustrated. The Chris man, then we go come out, we start the talk for talks today so no Nambere be being a person we don't fight for this struggle. Once a betrayer, you remain a betrayer. Nambere get for go last boss. Now the last person who we see for talk with see concerning anything. If we fear Seseko Ayoktabe Julius Tabe for prison, then what about Nambere? Nambere na the worst enemy. So more be very careful. More watch out who mistakes them, but who learn from that mistake. And many people then for inside say me know Ambazonian no be for sell, Southern Cameroon no be for sell. Una go sell, una coven, now una go die go. But una see the struggle. Muna tell sometime handbrakes day for day now so. Muna tell sometime the speed don't be how it day. Before the one go down and they generate, they come the surprise even La République du Cameroon. Some of una no be no. Some muna not say sometimes sleepy die. Muna not think say sometimes sleepy die. People the way they say they want surrender, may them go under their bed. The way they want fight, they see stand strong. And for everybody we don't surrender, remain for side where you day. With a useless occultic regime for Yaoundé, ask and say now which kind of developmental aspect we na get them for day. Whether you there for diaspora, you there for ground zero, you there for which country, you just suffer. Send $1 for that dollar for that country. You pay the price. What's it there for Cameroon where you find for any person, for any human being where they find, where think fine, where it think say sometime Cameroon at some place. Na Southern Cameroon Ambazonian independent. Now go free even La République du Cameroon because they not get country. They not get even a country. That their things say anthem and flag and whatsoever. Now a province for France. Muna no so. Let's say kuna. Mo understand this so the people where they see, they already see where they go on. Muna not forget. People then they were even for dialogue table, fear them. Fear them. Now the thing that what they toss is so any person wey trouser Florentine one day so na contractor. Now people then that way they move fighter they for down. When they want us today, so they go dialogue, they do so. And now people then that way they promote, bring number. We know this struggle now. This struggle. They want to say ordained struggle. No na for no nothing. They go move una 1-1. Mona not forget, Slim no be die. So Mona notices sometime, Fima, Sha, Ayeke, Mba Ivo, and the rest of these other fighter families them. The suffering people the way they day to day for Kondenge prison and for La République concentration, this thing comes and where you don't build and put them for day ton of people there for monsters. Today, people then they live for living hell. So they day for Southern Cameroon. They day for living hell.